When life slows down, finding peace in the still moments. The rush of the world. There's a strange kind of silence that hides beneath the noise of modern life. You can almost feel it, just under the surface, like a faint heartbeat buried beneath a city that never sleeps. Every morning begins with motion. The alarm breaks the dark. The phone lights up with messages, reminders, demands. Coffee brews. Doors open. Cars move. The streets are alive with purpose, but not always with peace. We call it productivity. We call it progress. But somewhere along the way, we've forgotten how to simply be. It's as if the world has convinced us that our worth is measured in speed. That the faster we move, the more alive we must be. So we hurry, from one meeting to the next, from one season of life into another, always reaching, always running, rarely arriving. But where are we going? Really? And what are we losing along the way? If you listen closely, beneath the hum of traffic, beneath the endless scroll of digital noise, there's another sound. The quiet ache of souls that are tired. Not tired from doing too much, but from feeling too little. We move through our days like ghosts, present in body but absent in spirit. We eat without tasting, talk without listening, rest without truly resting. Even our moments of pause are filled with screens, with music, with distraction. The silence that once nourished us has become something we fear. We fill it because we don't know what might rise up to meet us if we stop. We run because we're afraid of what stillness might reveal. There was a time when the world moved slower, when evenings stretched long under fading light, and conversations didn't rush to end. When people sat with their thoughts, not to escape them, but to understand them. When the rhythm of life followed the rhythm of breath. But now, even our breaths are shallow. We rush through the day. We rush through the week. We rush through our own lives, until one day we look up and realize that the seasons have changed. And we never truly watched them pass. The irony is that for all our movement, for all our reaching, we are standing still inside, running in circles of habit, chasing meaning through motion, when meaning was never found in motion at all. Sometimes, I wonder if the world is addicted to noise. If the chaos comforts us, because it keeps us from hearing the truth we've buried so deep. The truth that we are not meant to live this fast. That the soul cannot move at the speed of technology. Maybe that's why we feel so heavy, even when everything around us is moving light and fast. Because the soul is still trying to catch up. It's strange, isn't it? We've built a life where connection is instant, but presence is rare. We can reach anyone, anywhere. But how often do we reach within? We scroll through hundreds of moments in a day, but forget to live the one that's right in front of us. And yet, there are still small cracks where the rush slips away. Moments when time slows down without asking permission. The hush of early morning before the world awakes. The pause between raindrops on the window. The quiet breath you take when you finally put the phone down and realize you are here. For a brief moment, the noise fades. And in that space, you remember something ancient. Something your heart has been whispering all along. That peace is not gone. It's just hidden, beneath the rush. The rush of the world is not the problem. The world has always moved. The rivers have always flowed. The stars have always burned. Movement itself is not the enemy. It's the forgetting that comes with it. Forgetting that you are not just a name in a calendar or a pulse in a crowd. Forgetting that your worth is not measured by what you produce, but by the quiet grace of your being. Sometimes, slowing down isn't a choice, it's a call. A call to return to the simple, sacred rhythm that has always been waiting for you. The rhythm of breathing, of noticing, of being fully alive in this moment. You don't have to disappear from the world to find peace. You only have to pause long enough to feel it moving beneath your own skin. So maybe this is where it begins, the journey towards stillness. Not in a retreat from life, but in a deeper encounter with it. In learning to stand still while the world keeps spinning. In remembering that you are not just moving through time, time is also moving through you. The rush will always be there, but so will the quiet. And the more you listen, the more you'll realize the quiet has been speaking all along. Softly, patiently, waiting for you to hear. The pause between moments. There is a stillness that waits for us, not in some distant place, but in the quiet space between moments. It's always there, like the faint space between notes in a song. The breath that lingers before the next word is spoken. We rarely notice it. We move so quickly from one thing to the next that the in-between dissolves, swallowed by motion. But peace does not live in motion. It lives in the pause. The pause is small, almost invisible. It's the instant between inhale and exhale. The heartbeat between laughter and tears. The silence that stretches when you close your eyes and realize the world hasn't stopped, only you have. In that pause, life doesn't disappear, it becomes clearer. When you stop long enough to see it, stillness begins to reveal itself not as emptiness, but as fullness, the kind that doesn't demand, doesn't rush, doesn't prove, it simply is. Most of us have forgotten how to dwell there. We think stillness means doing nothing, wasting time. We've been taught that if we're not producing, we're not living. But stillness isn't about stopping life, it's about feeling it fully. It's the place where you begin to sense your own existence, not as a task to complete, but as a mystery to inhabit. There's a kind of beauty that only shows itself in these pauses. The slow movement of light across a wall. The way dust dances in a beam of sun. The gentle rhythm of your own breath, quiet, steady, faithful. It's the world whispering. You don't have to run to be alive. The pause invites you to listen differently. To listen not just with your ears, but with your being. Because in silence, everything speaks, the rustle of leaves, the hum of air, even the pulse beneath your skin. These are the sounds of life that hide beneath the noise. They remind you that existence itself is miraculous, even when it looks ordinary. But the pause is not always comfortable. At first, it feels like a void, a space too quiet, too still, too unfamiliar. The mind resists. It reaches for distraction, for something to fill the silence. Because in stillness, we meet ourselves, and that can be terrifying. We come face to face with our fears, our doubts, our longing, The thoughts we've outrun for years rise gently to the surface, asking to be seen. And in that moment, the pause becomes sacred, because it's not just silence you're entering. It's honesty. Stillness doesn't erase your chaos, it simply holds it. It doesn't demand that you fix what's broken, or understand what's unclear. It just asks you to be here, without rushing to the next thing. To breathe. To witness your own heart beating, without trying to change its rhythm. When you start to honor these pauses, even the smallest ones, something begins to shift. The world feels softer. The days feel longer. And you start noticing the quiet miracles you used to miss. A child's laughter outside the window. The warmth of sunlight on your hands. The stillness of water before it ripples. The way time slows when you truly pay attention. Peace doesn't come because life becomes easier. It comes because you become present. And in presence, everything becomes enough. You start realizing that maybe you were never meant to chase meaning. Maybe meaning was always waiting in the spaces you rushed through. Maybe the pause is not the interruption, maybe it's the point. There's an old truth whispered by those who live close to the earth. That even the trees rest between seasons. Even the tides pause between waves. Even the heart rests between beats. Life itself moves through cycles of stillness and motion. And every pause, no matter how brief, is part of the dance. To live in the pause is to return to the natural rhythm of being, the one we knew before the world taught us to hurry. It's the rhythm that says, you are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you are meant to be. So when the world rushes by, when everyone seems to be running faster, chasing louder, take a moment, step aside, let them pass. Feel the air return to your lungs. Listen to the quiet hum of your own existence. In that silence, something sacred awakens, a kind of peace that no achievement can offer. No noise can drown. It's the peace of being alive, here and now. And when you step back into motion, you'll carry a new rhythm with you. A quieter one. A steadier one. One that remembers the pause, even in the noise. Because life is not measured by how much we move, but by how deeply we feel each moment before it passes. And in those small pauses, those quiet, holy spaces between moments, you may just find the whole world waiting to be seen. The gift of slowing down. There comes a time in every life when the rushing begins to lose its meaning. When the endless striving, the lists, the plans, the constant reaching for what's next, starts to feel less like living and more like running from something unnamed. And then, almost without warning, life slows you down. Sometimes it happens gently. A quiet morning when you wake and realize the world hasn't fallen apart while you rested. Sometimes it happens abruptly, through loss, or illness, or a change you didn't choose. But however it arrives, the slowing is a kind of grace. It's life's way of whispering, you were never meant to live this fast. At first, it feels unfamiliar, even frightening. You're so used to measuring your days by what you do, the progress, the productivity, the proof that you're moving forward. But when the pace softens, you begin to notice something strange. The world doesn't ask as much of you as you thought it did. The sun still rises. The sky still breathes. And in the space you used to fill with motion, something begins to bloom: awareness. To slow down is to return to the world with new eyes. You begin to see things that were always there, hidden beneath the blur of speed. The shimmer of morning light on a window pane. The way a cup of tea warms both hands and heart. The texture of laughter when you're not thinking about what to say next. It's as if life itself becomes sharper, clearer, more textured, because you're finally present enough to feel it. When you slow down, you stop chasing moments and start living inside them. You stop grasping for more and begin to realize how much you already have. You see that the beauty of life isn't found in the grand milestones, but in the quiet spaces that hold them together. There's a gentleness that comes with this pace. You become softer with yourself. You start to forgive your own humanness, the mistakes, the pauses, the times you thought you should have been further ahead. Because slowing down shows you that life was never a race, it was always a rhythm. And that rhythm is not rushed. It moves like the tides, patient, ancient, sure. It rises, falls, pauses, and begins again. You begin to understand that stillness and movement are not enemies, they are partners in the same dance. You cannot truly move with grace until you have learned to rest in stillness. You cannot truly hear until you've learned to listen to the quiet between sounds. When life slows down, something inside you begins to align with what's real. The noise of expectation fades. The craving for validation softens. And in its place comes a sense of peace, not loud or dramatic, but steady, like a candle that refuses to go out. You start finding beauty in the mundane, in folding laundry, watering a plant, watching the sky shift from gold to indigo. The small becomes sacred. The ordinary becomes holy. And you realize that peace was never about escaping life, it was about entering it fully. In a world that glorifies urgency, slowing down is an act of rebellion. It's choosing presence over performance, meaning over motion. It's saying, I will not let the world's pace dictate the rhythm of my soul. When you live slower, you begin to live deeper. You begin to see how every breath, every sound, every fleeting moment is a gift, and gifts are not meant to be rushed through. You savor them. You honor them. You live them. Slowing down doesn't mean you'll stop dreaming or striving. It means you'll start feeling your way toward those dreams, instead of running past them. It means you'll learn to walk with life, not chase it. To trust the unfolding, even when you can't see what's next. And maybe, just maybe, you'll find that in slowing down, you haven't lost anything at all. You've simply made space for joy, for clarity, for grace to enter. Because when life slows down, the noise falls away. And in the quiet that remains, you finally hear the truth you've been missing. That peace isn't something you find. It's something that's been waiting for you all along, in the still moments between your steps. Living in the gentle rhythm. When life finally slows, truly slows, something inside you begins to shift. It's not a sudden revelation or a grand awakening. It's quieter than that. Like the way dawn doesn't shout the coming of light, it simply arrives. Soft and steady, until everything is illuminated. Living in the gentle rhythm isn't about abandoning the world or renouncing movement. It's about rediscovering balance, learning to move without losing yourself, to breathe without forgetting the silence between breaths. It's a dance, really, a dance between doing and being, sound and stillness, motion and rest. We were never meant to move at full speed forever. Even the heart, the very pulse of our being, pauses between beats. The pause doesn't mean it has stopped living. It means it's keeping time. The same is true for us. The stillness in our lives isn't a void, it's rhythm. It's what gives shape to our days, what allows the notes of our existence to form a melody. Without it, everything becomes noise, a blur of sound without meaning. When you start to live in that rhythm, you begin to move with life instead of against it. You rise with the morning light not out of obligation, but out of quiet wonder. You walk slower, but notice more. You speak less, but mean more. You listen, really listen, and begin to feel the hum of something larger moving through everything. There is peace in that awareness. Not the kind of peace that hides from the world, but the kind that walks through it calmly, steady amidst chaos, grounded amidst uncertainty. It's the peace of someone who no longer needs to rush toward meaning because they've learned to find it in the smallest things. In a shared glance, in a breeze through the window, in the still water that mirrors the sky. Living gently doesn't mean you've given up your dreams. It means you've stopped letting the pursuit of them consume the beauty of now. It's realizing that the destination isn't always somewhere ahead, sometimes. It's right here, in this moment, in this breath. When you live in rhythm with life, even pain begins to soften. You stop resisting what comes and start trusting that everything, the joy, the loss, the silence, is part of a larger harmony. And somehow, that trust changes everything. You begin to see that the world doesn't need to be perfect for it to be beautiful. That peace isn't a place you reach once everything settles, it's something you carry inside you. Even when the waves rise, you become like the sea itself, calm on the surface, deep beneath. To live gently is to live awake. It's to wake up each morning and meet life as it is, not as you wish it to be. It's to accept that some days will rush, some will linger, and both are part of the same music. The beauty is not in controlling the rhythm, it's in learning to move with it. And the more you listen, the more you'll find that this rhythm, this pulse of being, has always been there. Beneath the noise of everything else. It's the rhythm of creation. The rhythm of grace. The rhythm of your own heart. Beating in time with the quiet wisdom of the world. So walk gently. Move slowly. Let your life breathe between the notes. And when the world grows loud again, as it always does, remember the stillness that lives beneath it all. Because peace is not found in escaping the noise. It's found in carrying stillness with you, wherever you go. And when you finally learn to live that way, you'll see that life itself was never a race, never a chase, never a storm to survive. It was always a song, waiting for you to hear its rhythm, and to find your own place within it.